Hello everybody and welcome to Uprising 144K. I'm Hydrogen Man. Now before I begin, I'm definitely not giving any medical advice, not making any medical claims, and not making any claims for or against any product or products. With that being said, today I'm going to talk about something quite different, something that I don't normally talk about, that I discovered actually quite some time ago. I just never shared on my channel. And this really has a lot to do with the pineal gland, a lot about how to unlock it, how to decalcify it. I'm a little surprised that nobody's figured this out by now. I feel like I kind of gave it years to see if somebody could really unlock this information, and clearly they haven't. So I'm just here to share with you today because I think it's just too important to not say anything anymore. And I know a lot of people will think this is foo-foo, but you can actually look at brain scans and literally look at the calcification of the pineal gland. And if you understand the functions of how it really works, you're going to understand why this is so amazing. And I've been doing my own personal experimentation, and even with people that I've worked with throughout the years, and I've seen some amazing things. So let me just go ahead without further ado and share some of this information with you, and ultimately how to unlock it properly. There are certain functions from the pineal gland. I still believe that they don't really know everything about it. A lot of the issues are even how it regulates things in the body. Things like, for example, blood pressure and even blood glucose. Because why would you have blood glucose issues if the organs are working properly? Or why would you have blood pressure issues where I've literally seen people use molecular hydrogen? And I really do mean molecular hydrogen used properly, because I have seen the difference between using the wrong and right type of hydrogen. And hydrogen is a gas. I want people to understand that when you're dealing with gases, you're actually dealing with something that really needs to be of the highest purity, just like air. They're literally finding out pollutants in the air that are affecting our brain and really affecting us in negative ways. People don't seem to understand the difference between medical grade gases and non-medical grade has to do with purity. So even down to the way that I personally use hydrogen and personally would recommend, though I don't give any medical advice, this is really important. But back to the pineal gland. So it's important not to have any contaminants in the way that you're using hydrogen. Now, ultimately, I'm just going to share with you guys what I've seen. I've used the wrong and the right type of hydrogen in specific ways, and I've seen the craziest of things happen with blood pressure. Tons of testimonials about this. People can even comment below. People who have worked with me or who've used hydrogen in certain ways. And I believe that it has a lot more to do with the pineal gland than a lot of other things that one might think. So let's just talk about ultimately how to unlock the pineal gland. And does it have any spiritual connotation? In my personal experience, yes. And a lot of it, I'm such a skeptic ultimately, and a real doubting Thomas, which is why I need so much data and also personal experience if there is no data. And I've seen so much of it with this one and experienced so much personally. So ultimately what I realized is if there's toxins and things that we can eliminate in our daily life, like seed oils, fried foods, processed sugars, just garbage stuff. Sorry, it's really hot here today, by the way. I'm in Japan here and it's so hot. So the important aspect is the hydrogen aspect and the clean water aspect. I've shown people how to clean their water to the highest degree, meaning your average water filter is just not going to do it, guys. I'm really sorry to tell you that, but it's just not going to do it. Carbon distillation, and I have the lab reports to prove it to you guys, on how to purify water. Carbon filters, gravity filters, they're not enough. Do they eliminate some things? Yes. Is it enough? In my opinion, it just isn't. And if you were to look at the pages of contaminants, look how many contaminants are on here. Pages, guys, pages. And I'll tell you right now, in my opinion, it's not showing everything that ultimately is in our water. What I like about this is third party, lab tested for those of you wondering. What I like about it is they show every specific contaminant. Like, for example, let's take PFAS, because PFAS is a major problem for me. It's in my opinion, well, we all know it's really bad for us if you look at the data. Now, let me just pull some numbers for you. So you'll see that the water showed 26 on the PFAS, and after carbon distillation, 0. This is extremely important. This is the only way to remove, in my opinion, everything. You might even be surprised that you'll find out. I mean, there's so many crazy things in our water. Potentially radioactive contaminants, and they lab tested that too, down to a 0, guys, greater than 99%. This is the way you clean your water. Can you add minerals, or do you have to add minerals afterwards? In my opinion, there could be some benefit to that, and that doesn't have to be the only way. The other part is biological contaminants. In my opinion, based on my research, You cannot remove all bacteria, viruses, parasites from water unless it's carbon distilled. So with that being said, okay, so you want to use clean water when you're trying to decalcify the pineal gland. Now, if you want to use the method that I use, it is a website called mypurewater.com. I've done so much research on different water filters. You can watch my video 388 for that. So on mypurewater.com, and if you want a discount code, you're welcome to use the code uprising144K. It supports everything I do for you guys, all the research. Any system there will be good. So that's the website for the products that I personally use, just to clean the water. Now, is that going to eliminate or is that going to clear out the pineal gland? In my opinion, no. You're removing the possible contaminants that are causing issues, but you really want to take it another step forward. And this is the part I haven't shared before. The cleanest, best hydrogen in the world. Now, it comes from a Japanese device. If you want to look at the website, the official company's website, it's called holyhydrogen.com. This device makes both the water and the gas inhalation. In my personal experience, there really is a deeper connection within the pineal gland. And you could call it, I would just call it like spiritual connection, even intuitiveness. It's really wild what it can do. You can see protocols on like video 337. And I think that it's of the highest importance, which is why I'm actually making this video today, because I hadn't made it before. And ultimately, pure molecular hydrogen, again, of the highest purity. Purity is everything, both purity in the water, purity in your food, purity in hydrogen, purity in the air, purity in oxygen, whatever it is, you want the highest purity in order to be able to, like even the purity of your blood. This is something that I discovered while ultimately being extremely sick myself and trying to find my way back to health. I didn't realize how important it was. I mean, I was naive to it, hence the reason I created this channel, hence the reason I'm sharing this information with you guys today. So ultimately, doing a proper protocol and keeping purity as much as possible has really affected even myself. I'm gonna maybe go into it in more detail in the future, but what I can tell you is for those who really wanted to decalcify the pineal gland and, as some would say, connect not just more spiritually, but that gland affects so many things in the way that the body works, from improving sleep to improving your blood pressure, blood glucose, things that are trying to regulate your body, even hormones. I've seen it throughout the years. I've done tons of research on this, and the results are literally kind of unbelievable. So I finally had to just share them with you guys, and I ultimately hope that this really helps you guys out there. Thanks for supporting the channel, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff, just to help out the algorithm. And I sincerely hope it helps everybody out there. And if it has affected you, which I know a lot of people personally that it has already, comment below, let other people know that you have had positive effects from these type of protocols, and especially hydrogen, which I personally believe is the most spiritual molecule known to man, the most healing molecule. It's the life giver. I won't go into all the details about how it does that. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time on the next one.